Hello, my name's Caden. This is Farm Cafe, and I'm going to show you inside. As you enter, you're welcomed with our buffet line. Everything is locally sourced, and our menu changes on a daily basis. So you come in, you wait in line, and then you will pick a large plate, small plate for here to go. We have soup options, main entree options, side options, salad as always. And then at the end, you'll pick one of our 4 exchange options. You can either pay the suggested price, and it changes on a daily basis. You can pay the suggested or a little bit more. You can pay what you can, or you can volunteer your time in exchange. And then you will receive your tray at the end of the line and pick wherever you want to sit in our wonderful cafe.
I've been eating at Farm Cafe since my freshman year. I'm gluten-free, so I've been looking for more gluten-free opportunities. I saw that Farm Cafe had not only gluten-free options, but dairy-free options, vegan options, etc. So I thought to myself, they must be really good at accommodating allergies. And sure enough, I've never had any problems eating gluten-free here.
Because we're flexible with the food that we're able to provide people, we're able to meet dietary restrictions where I know people that I don't go out to eat other places. I believe food's meant to be shared. There's something about eating food with other people and sharing that. And so if someone literally can't even go out to eat, whether that's because of dietary restrictions or financial restrictions, we just alleviate all of that.
I would describe the food that's served at Farm as fresh, full of local ingredients, flavorful. Each day here, the menu looks different from the previous day. Even if Shane serves up something that he served before, it always has a different twist. So it's nice to come somewhere where I can get something new every day and I can be exposed to different types of cuisines.
The atmosphere at Farm Cafe is community. It's very high intensity. Love the people, love the locals, and love the people that come in every day.
Wholesome, vibrant. People are kind. Everyone has a smile on their face. They're happy to be here.
The work environment here in Farm Cafe can be everything from tranquil to chaotic to inspirational to intense. But because you are working with volunteers and because you have people who have a mission in mind about what they're trying to do, the whole process has a different feel to it and it has a different energy behind it. There's an energy here that requires a different level of consciousness, and I think it's a better level of consciousness. It is who are we as human beings as well as what are we doing. It's not just let's just get this job done and get to the end of the day. And it's a gift. I always tell people it's a gift to be here. And if people don't kind of embrace that, then it doesn't really work for them.
The impact of Farm Cafe in the Boone community has been, to me, tremendous. I started a week and a half before Hurricane Helene hit, and I would not have wanted to be anywhere else. What we were able to accomplish in the weeks and months after Helene was nothing short of a miracle, and we did it. We fed people, we sent out hundreds and hundreds of meals every day to every different place that needed food, needed supplies, needed whatever we could get for them. We got a lot of media coverage, and so people heard about us from all over the world. And just having people come in and they literally have tears in their eyes and they're like, I saw you guys in the news and I wanted to come in and volunteer or donate. Was amazing. And then to see us in the last year just really keep going. It's just been like a really strong wave that hasn't stopped. It's been profound, really, to keep having more and more people come in.
I came here a year ago, about 2 days after Hurricane Helene, and I think that I was really head on with a sense of the capability that the community has and the ability for people to come together. We had food and power and water like the day after the hurricanes. We were kind of like a nice spot for people to come in and, just take a rest and refuel and kind of find solace in other people because so many people have the same stories. It was very eye-opening coming in at that time and being like, okay, here's, I'm in this full force right now.
Where do we need the most growth? We don't own the building we operate in. It's hands down the first thing I could do. If I could wave a magic wand, I would encourage the people that own this building to sell us this building, and I would encourage our community that wants to support us for the long-term future to invest in a campaign to help us buy this building. The day that lease runs out and it doesn't get renewed is the day that farm is really struggling, because so much of our identity is tied up in this building, like the location of it, being on a bus route, having the space to operate the way we do. I would say that's the biggest single thing that I think when we're looking at growing that we'll need to address. Other things though that go right in hand with that is hours. We serve lunch, one big meal during the day. We don't operate on the weekends. We don't operate for breakfast. We don't operate in the evenings. People are still eating during those hours, right? People still need support during those hours. But unfortunately, we're limited by budget, right? We can only have such, staff capacity and hours. And so, that's a big area where I think we can grow into is let's expand our staff, let's expand our operating budget to be open more hours. But within that comes the need for more fundraising and more food purchasing and all of those types of things. But I'm excited to see us grow through that.
It's shocking sometimes to me when we'll have people come in and that I haven't seen before, right? Because I get pretty used to seeing the same people, and I know who's new and I know who's been here for a while. But when I see someone new and they're like, wow, I just discovered this place and I'm a senior in college, I just want to be like, like you've missed us for 3 years. So I think just really just telling your friends how amazing our food is, how wonderful the community cafe concept is. Just really letting people know about that is the most help that I think that we could use. Just don't let your friends go all the way to their senior year without coming here, right?
Keep coming back to volunteer because I feel like this is kind of like a family to me now, like a community. Like I found people who I can just tell care about things in the way that is important and special, and it's something that I want to continue to be a part of and support however I can, even if that's volunteering once a week.
The way that it's different from anywhere else is that simply you're just not going to find anything else like what we do. You can find the same donate what you can community cafe model in many different places. Like that exists, that started in Salt Lake City. With One World Cafe that closed down in 2012 and now became One World Everybody Eats Foundation. And that model has been duplicated and been an inspiration for many different spots, right? So are you gonna find another farm cafe? You might find somewhere similar, but what makes it unique is the love. No matter what, you're never gonna find a love like Farm Cafe.
Describe Farm Cafe in one word. Oh, that might take me a minute.
Unity.
Loving.
That's hard. Farm Cafe in one word. Farm Cafe in one word.
I would say giving. They're very giving in every sense.
Reciprocity.
Probably community.
Home. I feel like Farm Cafe is home. I feel like Farm Cafe is one of those places where you can't really leave. Even if you want to leave, you just can't really leave it. It's just one of those things where it comes back and grabs you back in and you're just like, here I am.
I would describe Farm Cafe as welcoming.
One word, it's so cliche, but I think the community piece is without a doubt. Because if it's not for this community and the way we operate, literally community-led, you need some people to pay extra and to cover for the people that can't pay enough. And you need food donated because we have a limited budget. You need to have great relationships with restaurants because we really are working together. Really, at this point too, we're producing more food than I can serve in this place. So I need a community of other nonprofits and agencies with different needs and maybe serving other people that we're not reaching here. I need those people too to get this food in front of people that need it. I think community is hands down the single word that I would use. It really doesn't matter who you are and where you came from, where you slept that night. People can find belonging here.
Farm Cafe in one word. Oh, it's going to be cheesy, but I'm just going to have to do it. I'm going to have to say love.